Hey everybody, it's Carl with Columbia Water Gardens, and I'm going to teach you how to properly rock in an Aquascape Biofalls waterfall filter. This one here that we have is the Signature Series Biofalls filter. This is the 2500 that we're installing here. The 2500 is a really cool filter, and I'll show you some of the things I really like about it. If you look down close at the bottom, this is a nice this is a settling chamber here, and a lot of your fish waste and pond waste will settle in this bottom chamber over here. On top of that settling chamber, we have a tray that two really thick filter pads go on top of. So check out the thickness of these pads. The thing I really like about it, if you look closely, you'll see that there is a great surface area for the colonization of beneficial bacteria on this. One of the common mistakes that people will make is not replacing their filter pads on a regular basis. Now these pads are brand new and they're going to fit nice and snug on top of each other, but over the time of taking them in and out and replacing it or cleaning them off, they're going to shrink, and water will have a tendency of going around the outside of it instead of through it. When that happens, it's just simply time to replace your pads. So we got the two pads. Something else I want to point out to you is the spillway tray. If you look here closely, you'll see that this spillway tray is reversed. And the reason why I reverse it is for two reasons. One is to be able to get my spillway stones up really nice and tight and close to the biofalls. And number two, because I like using this lip to hold down the subject of this video, the rock tray. Now this rock tray, it's also known as a plant tray. You'll see that there's some really cool things here. See all these drill points and all that? This is designed for you to do a couple different things. One, plant it up. Two, hide it. And so one of the common problems that people have when they install a biofalls is that they fail to hide the plastic. And that's the purpose of this entire video. I'm going to show you how to naturalize this and how to make this thing look as if it wasn't even there. So watch the video, and at the end I got some other really cool things I want to talk to you about. So if you notice here, we brought up the soil right up to the edge of the biofalls here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start camouflaging it. So what I like to do is stage all my rough material as close as I possibly can to the biofalls, and I'm just going to start kind of placing some larger stones randomly along this lip. Maybe we'll take this guy over here, and occasionally we'll take a larger stone like this and maybe have him come right up and over the edge like that. Okay? So we've got this. Let's see what else. That looks like a pretty good start. Let's finish this off on the other side. This really doesn't take that much time, but it's by far one of, in my opinion, one of the most important things that you can be doing as a finishing touch to your waterfall. What you don't want to do is you don't want to have this thing standing out. You don't want it visible. That'll work. Let's get a couple more inside here. Hide that up. That'll go over here. Kind of fun. I like that so far. And ooh, I like this rock here. Check this one out. I've been playing with this rock this entire pond build. And I just love the striation of it, and I just love the way that this thing sits. Isn't that beautiful? You can tell that this was the bottom and that this was the top. I just really love that piece right there. So we'll let that live there. Now, there's one very important thing that has to be done next, and we gotta foam it in. Foaming it in keeps the dirt from finding its way over into the biofalls. I like to use the economy foam guns because you can get a good can. It's going to last a long time. And I'm just going to foam in all these cracks. And I'm going to lock these rocks in. It's so important. This step here is so important. There's a lot of home improvement going on at the house that we're working on right now, so I apologize for the background noise. How was this supposed to happen? All right, let's try this again over here. We're almost there. Check out this crack down here. So watch this, how we just fill that right in. So a common question I'm asked at this point is, how do we get the filter pads out? Well, the filter pads will come right out. You'll just simply squeeze them right through this opening, and this rock tray never really needs to come out at all. So if you take a step back, you can see how this is naturalized into the hillside. As soon as this foam dries, I could take the dirt and cover right over the top of the foam, bring the soil right up to the edge of these stones, and now this waterfall filter is completely naturalized into the landscape. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and the purpose behind this is because people install biofalls the right way and they're functioning, but they don't know how to hide them as well as they should. So the tips that you picked up on this video, the tricks here, I want you to see the finished product. Take a look at this. When you properly install a biofalls, it should look natural right into the landscape. And you see how we even planted up the rock shelf even just a little bit? We found some old driftwood around the yard or some old branches, kind of incorporated that in. And when you're done, you shouldn't be able to see that there's a filter there at all. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Carl with Columbia Water Gardens, and if you're new to my channel, please do me a solid favor and subscribe. I answer 100% of every comment also that is left behind as well. Whether you want to say something nice or just have a question that you ask, leave a comment down below. I really appreciate those things too. I'm Carl here with Columbia Water Gardens, and I'm here to remind you that building a biofalls and hiding it into the landscape perfectly and naturally, that really matters. Happy ponding.